day in the life type vlog where I take you along a day with me. So I felt like doing that today, since today will be a little bit more exciting than my typical day. So this first half of the day, I am working from home. I'm actually going to record new positive affirmations today. And then later tonight, I'm actually attending a breathwork event led by my friend Millana Snow. I actually had her on my podcast, and fun fact, she was the winner of Project Runway. But anyway, she is now an energy healer and she invited me to an event in LA. It'll be my first time attending one of her events. So we'll see how it goes and we'll see if any healing will take place tonight. By the way guys, check out this new rack I got for my room. I think it looks so cute. If you remember what was here before, I had like a little mini couch where I would just dump all of my clothes onto. It would always look super messy because I kind of have this thing where I'll wear something once, I don't go out, I don't sweat, so I don't want to wash it, but I don't want to like put it back in my closet, so I want a place for it to air out. So this is the perfect solution and it just looks so good. It saves so much space. Of course, we still have a chair here. A lot of that is Wilson's clothes, but this is just such a game changer. So much better than what we had before. Let me show you the situation I got going on over here. So I just set up my iMac again yesterday. This was out of commission and broken for like 2 months. They had to factory reset it, so it basically feels like a new computer. Like the past couple months, I was just using my laptop. But now we're back, and having a big screen makes such a difference. I have my half-gallon water bottle. The gallon one was really huge. This one's just easier to carry around. I have Notion of my like to-do list over there. Over here I have my positive affirmations ready to record. I just need to put the music together and then record the audio. Oh, and this is the camera I use for my podcast. So it's a separate camera that I just link to my computer. I keep it here because it's easier. I don't have to like set up so much stuff for my podcast. All right, so my first task is cutting together 10 minutes of meditation music for my positive affirmations. I typically have like a folder of a bunch of meditation songs, but they're usually short, maybe like 2 to 5 minutes. And so this is where my music production skills come in. I just like to weave in the music and make sure it all makes sense. Hello, my loves. Welcome to a guided meditation by Lavendaire. With your inner power. All right, I just finished recording the positive affirmations. I finished in like perfect time, right before the end of the audio. So that doesn't usually happen, but I think I timed it pretty well. I'm proud of myself. So I am on my way to a breathwork class in LA. It's about an hour drive since there's traffic. And to talk a little bit about breathwork, I've talked about it on my channel before, but my first time trying breathwork was in 2019 when I went to Bali. I took like a couple in-class breathwork workshops, and that was when I started discovering like these symptoms of healing that would pop up. Kind of like my hands would cramp, my mouth would cramp. Breathwork is just it's a different way of breathing that can help you heal deep emotions within. So what happens during breathwork is your mind enters like a really deep state where old emotions will just come up. Old memories and emotions will come up, and it's always a different experience each time you do breathwork. You can never really expect what you're going to heal or learn from in your breathwork session. It's always like a new discovery, which I find really fun. It's also going to be my first time meeting Millana in person after we did our podcast interview, so that will be fun. She's just a super cool chick, is the best way I can describe her. If you listen to our interview, she talks about how she manifested her winning Project Runway. Like, she literally manifested that success. So it's pretty incredible. Definitely listen to that episode if you want to learn more about her. Yeah, and I guess I'll see you after the session. Here we are.
For those of you who don't know, my name is Millana Snow, and I'm super grateful to be here. I'm a SOHO member. I'm on the committee as well, and while you're moving through that, you might notice that you have some emotions that are not familiar. You might have some feelings or some memories that you have no idea why they're coming up.
Alright, it is the day after the vlog. So yesterday after breathwork, it was dark, I was starving, I drove an hour to go home, and after eating I just didn't feel like vlogging, so I decided to end the vlog today. So to recap the session yesterday, I would say it was semi-intense for me because I've done breathwork before. I know how to do the breathing, and to put it simply, the way you breathe is only through the mouth. It's 2 breaths in and then 1 breath out through the mouth. So you breathe in to your belly first, like, and then into your chest, and then, and you do that like pretty fast, like you kind of do that type of breathing rhythm for, I think we did it for maybe 40 minutes. It's breathing along with like music, and Millana's guiding you through the breath work. And so with all of those combined, it really helps you tap down into like a deeper level of your subconscious, and helps to like unearth and release any, I don't know, any like stuck energies, any like trauma that you might have. So for me, I was not afraid to go in because I've done it before. So I, kept breathing really hard. I had the physical symptoms that I typically do get when I do healing things like this. Like, my hands get cramped up like this, like so cramped that like it hurts to move it. Like, it literally is like this, right? And my mouth is feeling numb. I feel numb here. So all of this, I see it as, energy that needs to be released. Like, the fact that I have numbness around here and in my mouth, it tells me that I just have so much in my past around like not expressing myself, not saying what I want to say, not saying how I feel. And so, yeah, a lot of that needs to get released. And interestingly enough, the thing that came up yesterday was actually recognizing the fears I have around relationships based on how I saw my parents growing up. And I think my hands being stuck like this literally is a metaphor for like me feeling stuck sometimes because of my fears. Like, I have kind of 2 fears that I was realizing I had, like just seeing my mom, who I grew up, my mom was a single mom, but at the same time she was dependent on my dad for financial reasons. There's like a kind of a complex relationship there, but kind of, I think seeing my mom grow up that way made me not want to be like that when I grew up. So I had these fears. It's kind of like I have two fears. One fear of like being alone completely, and another fear of like getting married and being too dependent on someone, because I saw like how that could hurt you so much. And in my own relationship with Wilson, I'm kind of like I don't want to get married, but I don't know, I'm kind of in this in-between stage where like I recognize that, I mean, whether it's fear or whether it's for other reasons, I am kind of like in this maybe stuck place, because based on the fears I had, you know, seeing my parents' relationship, it leaves me stuck. Like I don't know what the solution is. Like what's the best solution in a relationship? And through like breathing, I eventually came to just the simple phrases of healthy love is setting healthy boundaries, and healthy love is loving myself. As long as you can have those two things, like it's okay. Like relationship and love is going to be messy. It's not going to be perfect. There's always going to be like flaws, and people aren't perfect. I think because of like some fears that I may have, I kind of put pressure on both myself or on Wilson to be perfect or to meet some sort of expectation. And love is like learning to release those expectations and still being okay when things are not perfect. But the thing that you can anchor to is this idea that healthy love is healthy boundaries, and healthy love is loving yourself. So take what you will from that lesson. I'm sure there's many layers. I can go deep into it. Maybe I can make like a whole other video about relationships and relationship traumas, healing from them. But for now, that's what I'd like to share. By the end of Breathwork, I was also repeating this affirmation that I want to share with you. It was a variation of this, and I wrote it down in my phone like right after my session. I kept repeating, I choose to align with my highest, most loving, most joyful, abundant self. So I just kept repeating that and variations of that because I felt physically that I was releasing a lot of fear. I was recognizing the fears and then just like breathing it out, letting it go. And the only thing that was left underneath that is just my desire to be my truest, most joyful, most loving, most abundant self. So that was the breathwork session. It was so nice to do it in person with a group of people. Like I didn't know anyone else really outside of Millana, but just to physically be around people and to know that everyone's healing from their own thing. Like at the end of the session, everyone was telling their own stories. Like some people were crying, some people didn't feel anything. Some people's minds just went blank. Everybody has a different experience, but whatever your experience is a metaphor for like your mind and maybe what you need to heal, what you need to recognize. So with that said, I actually talked to Millana after the event, and I'm excited for like possible collaborations with her in the future. Let me know down below if any of you are in like the Southern California area and would go to a breathwork session hosted by Millana and myself. I think that's like a potential idea that I think sounds really exciting. It's just to bring like a group of my friends and like some of you guys, whoever wants to go, and just like host a breathwork session. Like just do more of these, because I think she does a lot for her audience, but you know, they already know her, they've already worked with her, but like, you know, I'm sure a lot of you are curious about this and would like an opportunity to do it in person. So let me know down below if any of you are in the area and would be interested in something like this, because that could be just something fun that we could possibly do in the future. I'd love to do more in-person events and like connect with people in real life. I know it's always just me and my computer and the camera, but yeah, I need some real life interactions. Let me know down below what you thought of this vlog. Do you want to see more vlogs like this, more day in my lives? Like what do you want to see from me about my life? What do you want me to share? I felt a little lost on what to make videos about for a while, and I honestly stopped making vlogs like this because they weren't getting many views. Like I kind of took away that people don't want to watch my videos for me. They want to watch it for, you know, the value you get when I post like 10 productivity tips or 10 ways to blah blah. And yes, those videos do get more views because it helps the general, you you know, population that doesn't care about me, but there is some part of me that I still want to share my personal journey with you. So let me know if you're still here, if you care about learning more about me and my journey. And I'm sending you so much love. See you in the next one. Bye.